Vikings have taken a first quarter.
The right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
And it's up and good. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a particularly good return here, is it? A first down throw for Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. And they're able to bring him down at the 20.
5 in many other receiving categories. What a big-time year for him.
Now, 4th in yards, 2nd touchdown just outside of the top 5, 6th in catches. So he's going to be a handful for teams in the future. I mean, he's got a long career ahead of him.
A long career ahead of him, and look for him to increase his yards after catch.
First down, Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. There he goes right side. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 59 yards. They'll throw again. Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now Jameis on second down. His throw incomplete. The tight end Cameron Brate was the target. And it's third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Third and long for Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
They run. Peterson able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They toss it left side to Peterson. And an alley to run. And he cuts it out to the sideline. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson, 54 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Format to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Minnesota defense, we watch them get set to roll. First and 10, Winston. Eluding the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. Second down, Winston. Evans has it left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Winston now from the 50. That is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
On second down, Winston again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. On third down, Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Now Winston on 4th down. And Winston lost the football. The Bucs try it on 4th down but come up empty. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
The light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's all with me? Who's all with me? Bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper and I ain't gon' chase you, baby. I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby. Turn that around. I'm like, oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here. Save my soul. Who's all with me now? Who's all with me now? Baby, I'm gon' take you down now. Come on, shake it, baby, turn that around. I'm like, oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend's here.
Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
Take it up another notch and make it drop it and never take it down. Take it down. 30-something thousand watching, show me something, baby.
Who's on with me now?
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Minnesota Vikings. Set to go now is the rookie second-round pick, Roberto Aguayo. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. Oh, look at the juke. And the decision to come out costs him a yard as he's out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for second down. Second down, Bradford. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Third and long for Bradford. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. NFL teams last year a little under 50% on fourth down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4. They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on fourth down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation, but they must have either felt like they either had a great...
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way. At
the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And it's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Brandon, I know you play the fantasy football game, and Adrian Peterson has to be a popular pick for owners. But this year, a tough season for him. A knee injury early limited him to 72 yards total for the season.
Yeah, early indeed. Week 2 on that knee injury. So 72 yards, as you said, for the year. Came back, admirable, hoping to get him into the playoffs, but didn't look like he was ready to return.
One guy I never count out, though, is Adrian Peterson. I expect a monster return in 2017. Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Defense showing blitz. Bradford looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Following the interception, Winston bringing it in. Jackson left side. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there, because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Right side caught by Jackson. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 2nd down now after the pass completion. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. And this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down. They'll throw again. Winston looking for his running back, and he's got him. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. Calling a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. 1st down, Winston. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And Brake has it over the middle. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Jameis now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard. 2nd down, Winston. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. From the red zone now, Winston. That is caught at the 7. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Adam Humphries from 19 yards away. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now Peterson.
Also have to love and admire what the defense did. Swarmed the play and made sure he couldn't get anywhere. A loss of yardage.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on third down. Bradford. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Peterson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Peterson. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They give it to Peterson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
They'll try to throw now. Bradford. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. And it's 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, Bradford. This will be caught at about the 3. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Shift together here from the D-line. They'll try to run with McKinnon. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Jerick McKinnon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Marching back out there, ready for the next possession. Here comes the Vikings defense. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that, and the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
Not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway, that's for sure.
That's complete. Middle of the field to Humphreys. 23 yards on the play. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he finds a man on the crossing route. A good pickup there, a 22. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the shotgun, it's Winston. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Cameron Brate from 8 yards out. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a second down throw for Bradford. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. That one goes for 24 yards. Bradford now to throw on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have the schedules yet for next year, but what we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico, Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams in Arizona, those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he's able to find Diggs. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A 10th carry now for Peterson. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss, and that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Back-to-back runs that were stacked up. Offensively, now you've got to think to yourself, do we change blocking assignments? Do we change formations? Do we change looks in order to try and get the running game going?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. 3rd and long for Bradford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A gain of 6 there on first. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And quickly they get to the line. Jameis to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Now a high kick, almost a pooch punt. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down, Bradford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the offense has it 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bradford. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Cordero Patterson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. So they just do get the touchdown in before halftime, and now a PAT will tie it.
So what we're seeing is one team is going to be really excited right now. How about the other side, though? Will they be deflated, or will they go ahead and gather themselves, regroup at halftime, and come back out because we had an even half.
Yeah, we did. We'll see. Should be a good second half, that's for sure. Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. And they'll be set up with good field position here as he gets this up over the 40-yard line.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams, and that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Winston. He's going to wind up and air it out. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Never mind, Larry. Forget your halftime report. Apparently, we are set for the third quarter of action already. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
And that right there will set them back a bit on the offensive holding penalty.
And you know who you want to pressure after a penalty like that? The guy who just committed the foul. You want to see if he's going to keep his head down or if he's going to get his head right back into the game. I'd send a blitz at him right away and see if he holds up.
To throw is Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The penalty set him back. Now a big play moves him forward. It's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a second down throw for Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Jameis now on first down. He's got the hook up here to Vincent Jackson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Jameis to throw it. Over the middle to Evans. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 there. And the Buccaneers are going to have a first down. On first and 10, Winston. He'll hit Jackson complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, Winston. And Brate, the tight end's got it. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. Again, it's Winston. This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Jameis again. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, but the net gain, 3 points.
And you're going to have drives like that in this league. Sometimes you just got to take the 3 and move on. Always better than nothing.
Roberto Aguayo following the made field goal, set now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They come up in an offset eye. They come out here in the eye. They try to fire up the run game with Adrian Peterson. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now Bradford on second down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A very solid gain of 27.
And get to the proper places on the field.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, you mind if we go off topic for a second?
No,
you know I like to do that randomly. AFC playoff contenders for this year that didn't make it last season. Who do you have that might get in?
Well, I think Cincinnati's got to be considered there. Maybe they'd have an offseason that's calm, and they go into this season and try and get back to the playoffs where they've been perennials. How about Denver?
Yeah.
Remember last year, they didn't have the quarterback to start. Trevor Siemian played pretty well overall, but maybe they can get solidified there and ride that strong defense right back into the playoffs. I'm going to give you a couple a little bit off the pace. Indianapolis cannot afford to squander Andrew Luck.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So out come the Bucs now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
In motion left, that's Jackson. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And, you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 11 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a third down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On third down, Winston looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Chad Greenway, with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They come up in an offset eye. Now a run with Peterson. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. William Golston in on the stop.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Now a second down throw for Bradford. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A nice 21 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you're talking about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies.
And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs from 21 yards away. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jackson's got it over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. And now they're in the hurry-up. Winston now to throw on first down. And Boyd has it over the middle. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now Jameis on second down. He gets it to Humphries. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Adam Humphries, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers have once again taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Throwing again, Bradford on 2nd and 10. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Jameis to throw it. He's got the hook up here to Vincent Jackson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll give the Bucs a first down. Back now at beautiful new U.S. Bank Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. One receiver to the left is Evans. On 1st and 10, Winston. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And the offense moving quickly to the line. 2nd down, Winston. That is caught at the 7-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Third and short yardage, Winston. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Fourth down, Winston. And that is incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. They'll get 17 yards there. And that leads to a Minnesota first down. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything.
And now here is another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Offense.
So holding by the offense, and maybe now got to shift up what you want to do on the playbook.
Yeah, definitely. Change what you're doing in the playbook, but boy, the advantage shifts to the guys on defense, doesn't it? Longer yardage situations, they often become bolder.
Now a play fake here on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Now a second down throw for Winston. Being chased out left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Touchdown, Vikings! Adrian Peterson, 54 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. And that score gives us our 6th lead change of the game.
Are we back on the playground on the seesaw?
A little seesaw battle,
right?
Yeah.
Up and down, up and down. What a game we've watched here.
It's been fun. Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now Jameis on second down. Evans has it left side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on third.
Playing coverage here.
Winston from the gun on third down. And this is caught by Jackson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing, Winston. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give them a fresh set of downs. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. And Brate, the tight end's got it. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jameis again. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's
and, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one.
Adrian Peterson off to the races. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Forbat to send it away now following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Winston now to throw on first down. Finding time. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sharif Floyd in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. The play fake to Sims. Now Winston. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. Steps away to his left. And no! It's incomplete. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression?
Here's Kai Forbath now to get us started. And we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he hits the tight end, Brandon Myers. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. Jameis now on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and 10 here. Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Third down and 1. And a first carry here for Charles Sims. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th. They'll run it with Sims. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And this crowd into it early.
How great is that? They go for it on the first drive of the game. They're the ones trying to establish something, trying to assert a little dominance. And guess what? You turn it back on them and give the ball to your own offense. I agree with you. It could change momentum in a big way.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Bradford on 2nd down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Bradford. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson, 47 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post-route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a Viking score. Forbath to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Forbath to add the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now the Buccaneers offense gets set to head back onto the field. Back to it after the pick six. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. On second down, Winston again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. One receiver to the left is Evans. On third down, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. On 4th down, they do snap it to Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Keith Tandy. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think it would be safe to say that he didn't expect to be on the ground already a couple of times this early in the game. What he has to do now is show the team that it's not getting to him. Keep his composure, because if he shows that he's rattled, that's going to affect the rest of the guys.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise there in the dime. To throw is Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Winston. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 9 on the play. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Jameis now on 1st down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Winston now to throw on 1st down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 1st and 10, Winston. Buying time to his left. And Winston lost the football. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. 2nd down, Winston. Everson Griffin in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And the Vikings are going to beef up their secondary here. 6 DBs on 3rd. On 3rd down, Winston. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. From the red zone now, Winston. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. But it looks like a Buccaneer was able to corral it. Yes, the Bucs have it. Tampa Bay keeps the possession. Now Jameis on 2nd down. Can't find anyone open. Scott Crichton in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Bucs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter, and they've got it here with a 1st down. And this seemingly endless drive continues. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Anthony Barr in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. Throwing, Winston. Right side caught by Jackson. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Third and goal, Winston. That's caught at the 3. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Winston to throw for it on 4th. He gets it to Humphries. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. A chance to get some momentum here in the 2nd quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure you feel some disappointment. Maybe.
And he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So this is where a defense can really pin back its ears, bring it all, sell out to stop the run. This time, it'll earn them 2 points.
They definitely guessed right here. A run blitz all the way, and that's a bad feeling for a running back when he knows he's got to at least get it over the goal line. But all he sees are opposing jerseys.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position where we were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cameron Brate, 65 yards. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now Winston throws left side, and he's got it. They convert for 2, and that gets them even closer. Now a 2-point game. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A toss play. This is Peterson. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. To throw is Bradford. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford, and he's able to find Diggs. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. And this defense looks for one more stop here on 3rd after the run. On 3rd down, Bradford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got Rome. 20. And all the way down to the 9. It's a big run for AP. 41 yards. They come out here in the I. And from the 9-yard line now, it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Peterson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. More from Minneapolis. after this. Back now. As I search for my cue card here, there we go. Coming up at halftime, Larry Ridley will join us from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis from our first half of play.
Well read.
Oh, thank you. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Third and goal now, so some urgency here for the offense. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. And this is incomplete. A disappointing drop there on 4th and goal. And the Buccaneers defense holds and they get the football back. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I'm going to show my age here a little bit. We used to talk about running backs catching the ball as safety valves. Nowadays, they're a big part of the passing offense.
Quit acting like you're so old. You're only 65. On 3rd down, Winston. He's got Evans. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. And they're going to speed things up here. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And Boyd has it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. On 1st and 10, Winston. And a catch right side by Evans. They'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Jameis now on 1st down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To the air again with Winston. He's got his man on the crossing route. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. It's a 1st down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Jameis to throw it. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Terrence Newman with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That late in the clock, 2nd quarter, why not just run it a time or 2 and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bradford. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On second down, Peterson. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On third down, Bradford surveying the field. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that brings up fourth down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
So on fourth down, here's the punter, Jeff Locke, to kick. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on fourth down, the Vikings will call on their punter, Jeff Locke, to kick it away. Yes, the halftime show was buttoned through, and we are moving on and ready to go for the third quarter. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken very short. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it... comes out to the 20. 35-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Second down, Winston. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. Here's Winston. A dump off to Sims. And they do stop him, but he takes it all the way to the 2. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. First and goal here from the 2. Here's Sims on the run. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Now a second down throw for Winston. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. Cameron Brate, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Bucs have taken the lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do, as you know, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there. And a really nice play resulted for them.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it. It's Bradford. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 4th and 2, they got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here again is McKinnon. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Toss play to McKinnon. And he's got some space here. Touchdown, Vikings. Jarek McCannon, 32 yards. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Format to send it away now following the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. So the D-line's going to spread out. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And quickly, they get to the line. They run again on 1st down. Peterson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Here's Bradford. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And 7. And they're going to go soft on the corners. Bradford now. And complete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. That one good for 12 yards. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's McCannon. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
They come up in an offset eye. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. Maybe. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. On 3rd down, Bradford. Deep drop. He's going to fire one. It's caught inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 1st and 10, Bradford. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Keith Tandy. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. And they're going to speed things up here. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And he hits his target. This is Luke Stocker. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. First down, Winston. Over the middle to Evans. That throw good for 4. It's second down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Jameis again. He's going to air one out. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
When offenses dial up big shots downfield, they're not always for the guys out wide. Sometimes they want to go to their big target, deep downfield, and the defense breathes a sigh of relief. 50-50 balls, not easy to get away from the big targets.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. On play action, Winston. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. Now a play fake here on first down. Shorts on the reception over the middle. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cecil Shorts, 34 yards. And the Bucs have taken the lead here in the 4th. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. After the touchdown, Aguayo now ready for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nice move. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And he's finally out of bounds, but he's taken it all the way down to the 8. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They come up in an offset eye. Another tote for the workhorse here this afternoon, Peterson. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Bradford on second down. And Rudolph has got it. The big tight end for a Viking touchdown. Kyle Rudolph from 8 yards out. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. And how about that giving us our 5th lead change of the game? It's been back and forth.
No doubt about it, and right now, they're ahead, but they can't relax at all because if we've had 5 lead changes, I'm kind of betting on a 6th.
Yeah, we might see a 6th. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Illegal block in the back. Return team. Automatic first down.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch it in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Now Sims. He's got some breathing room. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 22. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. They'll run it again with Sims. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Face mask penalty, and Charles, you were a defender. You know sometimes in the heat of the moment, it's hard to keep your hands away from that face mask.
Sometimes you just get out of position as a defender when you're trying to make a tackle, so you end up flailing away, and your hand gets into the wrong spot.
Right side caught by Jackson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and short. And quickly, they get to the line. Second down, Winston. The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the 4th quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Desperation time, Winston on 4th down. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Bradford. A bullet throw, but incomplete. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. Here's Jeff Locke now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. We're in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
And we'll see what his offense can do. Looking sideline. Complete.
It appears that the pressure is affecting him today. Normally, he knows exactly when to get rid of the football, but today, because he's been hit a few times, he's getting rid of it a little bit too quickly.
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. One receiver to the left is Evans. He's back to throw. He's got Evans. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Back to throw. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 16 on the pickup. And the Buccaneers are going to have a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here to Vincent Jackson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That goes for a gain of 31. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Sims. Oh, the hurdle! And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Sims. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run-blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. A lot of score.
Can I get a witness in the darkness? 'Cause there ain't no love at all to be found. Feeling like a freight train, trying to break chains. Everybody needs somebody, no doubt. Sugar, just step into